Hey Libra, welcome to your general tarot reading for the 17th to the 24th of December. This reading is for those with Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Messages are general and come through for those who need to hear them, so if this doesn't resonate, feel free to check out other replacements. Before we get into it, I just want to note that energy is fluid and doesn't always come out super clear cut. You may resonate with only one part, different parts, or the whole reading that comes out today. Just trust what feels right for you. You know your situation best. Now, with that said, let's get into your reading. Just going to shuffle the deck a few times and then we'll jump into it. Spirit, what can Libra expect for this week? What can Libra expect for this week? And last one. What can Libra expect for this week? Okay. Got some cards coming out. So you've got the Three of Pentacles and you've got the Emperor in reverse. I'll try and get two more cards for you. What else does Libra need to know this week? Okay. You've got the Seven of Wands. And one more card. Oh. The Ten of Wands in reverse. So these two cards came out together, which is the Three of Pentacles and the Emperor in reverse. And then additionally, the Seven and the the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Wands in reverse came out as well. So let's jump into it. Alright, so starting with this energy, this week it pretty much looks like you're gonna be trying to work with an external energy. You might, in the past, you might have found it quite difficult to cooperate with this person. And I do want to say as well, this could be like in a business setting. It could be at a job, it could be at school, like it could be a teacher or something. Doesn't have to be a romantic situation, just take what resonates for you. Because I don't see a lot of romance. So yeah, I'm just feeling like it could be another type of energy. But anyways, I don't know whether you might be like working in a group with someone this week. There might be someone that you dislike, or someone that you might not even necessarily dislike them. They might just treat you not that great. They might not treat you in the best way. But I think you are trying quite hard this week to work with them, and this could have something to do with Christmas. So let's say, for example, you're kind of trying to be on your best behavior because you might share a family with this person. Like it might be an ex or something like that, or maybe it's like an in-law that you don't get along well with, and you're really trying your best to kind of make it work and to kind of get through it this week. When in reality, it is really hard for you, and there is definitely a lot of conflict that surrounds the situation. So yeah, like you're the type of person that kind of just wants everyone to work together. You want the best for everyone in the situation, and the last thing you want is conflict. That is the last thing on your mind. You're not out here trying to like start anything. You're just trying to let things pass and just have everyone be happy for a change. But this person who you're dealing with is someone who is, I would say, so the Emperor upright is someone who's like kind of in a position of authority, in a position of power, and they have a lot of control that they can use over people. But when it's in reverse, it's like they use their controlling energy for the wrong reasons. they might be very afraid to let go and give up control because they feel like the only way they can get what they want is by having all the control in the situation. This is the type of person who would put you down to gain the upper hand over you, or would like spread lies and rumors about you, excuse me, to make you look bad to someone else. Like they would defame you in some way. This is the type of person who will do this. And like they also are very prone to getting angry quite easily. And so, yeah, like they might have gotten mad at you in the past. You might have had some arguments in the past. Definitely is that kind of energy. And they might be the type of person who just kind of will poke and prod at you, trying to get some sort of reaction from you, which is not cool at all. It's completely unfair to you. And, it looks like you just want the best for the situation. You don't want the drama, you don't want the conflict. And if we go into these next cards that we pulled out, the story kind of continues from there. And so, as well, we can see here. So in the previous cards, there's the Three of Pentacles, and then we have the Ten of Wands in reverse, which shows that this relationship here is causing you quite a great amount of stress and burden, and you're really like you have to be really on top of it if you want things to be harmonious between you and this person. It's like you put in so much effort to make sure that a fight doesn't start. You really try like not to step on their toes because you know that they don't really respond well to people coming in. And yeah, like so as well, you got the Seven of Wands there. And what this energy is basically this Emperor here is the type of person who's just gonna come in and throw like some shady remark your way. They're gonna throw a shady remark your way and like not like try and double cross you, but just try and throw it on you. Try and surprise you and like take you off guard. And I think they kind of know that you don't want to say anything back to them. So they're that type of person who will provoke you. They're the type of person to provoke you. And you can see here, this is how it makes you feel. So you feel completely caught off guard by this conflict. It's like you say something and then this person will just come back at you and you'll be like, where did that come from? Why are you getting so mad all of a sudden? Why are you taking this out on me? I literally did not even say anything. And it's like they take what you say and they'll just use it against you however they can. They just want to start a fight in some way. So be like, oh, so that's what you think of us, huh? That's how grateful you are. Like, they're literally just trying to provoke you to get a reaction out of you. Because as soon as you get angry and as soon as you start kind of defending yourself, then they can turn it around on you even more. And they can be like, hey, control your girlfriend, like, for example. Control your friend. Why are you just going to let them say these things about me? And like they kind of throw you under the bus a little bit. And you, like, for you, it's just this huge burden. And I definitely feel like this has to do with like a family situation or work even. That's just the vibe I'm getting, especially because it's Christmas next week. It's like the holiday season. You're around families and like seeing people quite a lot. And it is a time of conflict for many. Many people get into conflicts around this time because there's just so much stress going around. But yeah, so this person does not have the best intentions for you. And it's like you have to try so hard to not get upset with this person because you might feel like no one's on your side. Like, because this person is the Emperor in reverse, but they're still the Emperor, which means they have a lot of authority in this situation. They definitely have authority over you, and they're using their authority for the wrong reason in some way, to try and fight with you, to try and get back at you. Like whether it's just because they dislike you or you have actually done anything, only you will know that. But yeah, it's this whole situation just causes you a lot of stress. But you are being called to try and work together with this person this week, um, which I know is going to be very difficult because just of who they are as a person and like how stubborn they are and how fiery they get. But maybe there's somebody else that you can kind of turn to, because it is the Three of Pentacles. I will point that out. So it's almost like three people working together, three people with completely different outlooks on life, three people with different perspectives, three people with different approaches to life coming together and actually working together to kind of solve this situation. Um, and so, whether that's kind of coming together with, let's just say, other family members or other colleagues, for example, whether that's coming together in that way and sharing perspectives and trying to come up with a solution together, that is definitely something that you should consider doing or attempting to do. Working with other people to kind of get the ball rolling on this, because I think if you try and come at it on your own, this person is just going to single you out and you're not really going to get any results that you want to. It's just going to feel like so much of a burden on you, and it's kind of too much for you to carry, especially right now. Like, you might have all these other stresses that you're worrying about too. You don't need this conflict and this fighting right now. And I'm going to pull some more. Actually, I'll clarify these first. I'll just see if there's anything else that you need to know about this situation. Clarify this reading for Libra. Is there anything else Libra needs to know about this situation? Anything else that Libra needs to know about this situation? And clarify these cards for Libra. Just a minute. Okay, so we got some cards. Now, let's see. Okay. So this is kind of what else you need to know about this situation, and it actually looks quite promising. So you've got the Ten of Swords in reverse. There you go. You've got the Wheel of Fortune, and you've got the Four of Swords. Now, what this energy is saying to me is pretty much saying, yes, there would, like, similarly to the Ten of Wands. So you got the Ten of Wands and you've got the Ten of Swords, which is a lot of suffering on the hands of whoever this is, or whoever's energy this is. This kind of like dictator-like energy, controlling energy. There is a lot of pain and there's a lot of mental suffering that's happening as a result of this person. But the universe wants you to know that, yes, you were in the pit of it, like you were at the peak of it before, but that's not the case anymore. Now it's coming to an end for you. The pain and suffering is finally going to come to an end for you. And pretty much you're going to have much better things coming your way from now on. You're not just going to be like alone in your suffering, trying to fend for yourself, constantly fighting with this person. No. That you're actually going to be getting help from other people with the situation. And whether you need to take that action on your own or people come towards you, you will kind of know the answer to that. But just try and take the action to work with other people. You don't have to work directly with this person, I will say that. You can work with other people behind the scenes to kind of bring everything together behind them. But yeah, there is some conflict resolution that needs to go on. And basically that conflict resolution is going to bring an end to all this suffering, all this stress, all this mental anxiety and fear that you're kind of feeling. It's going to bring an end to this situation, and better things are finally going to be coming for you. Working with people and feeling welcomed and not feeling singled out and just like chastised by others. No, not anymore. You're going to have lots of good luck coming your way. Good luck and a remedy to the situation is going to come your way within the next week. And when that happens, you're going to be able to put all of this to rest. You're going to be able to, put everything behind you, all the pain that you've experienced. You're going to be able to put it behind you and say, hey, like, here's everything I've learned from this. I can take a break now. I don't have to be the subject of, like, this person's anger and their issues anymore. You don't have to be the subject of that anymore. But yeah, it really does look like things are looking up for you. There's definitely been a lot of conflict in the past between you and whoever this person is. It could be an Aries. Take that if it resonates. It doesn't have to be though. But yeah, there's been a lot of like animosity between you and this person, where people haven't really had your back. But now that is coming to an end as well. I think you're finally gonna communicate, or someone's gonna find out what's been going on this whole time. And yeah, it's going to like change other people's perspectives as well, and they're going to be able to work with you and help you out, which is really, really good. You don't want to be like in this conflict state anymore with this person. Yeah, no. You want to release the burden and be able to feel prepared and not constantly on guard, not constantly worried that they're going to say something that's going to affect you in some way. But yeah, it is a good time for you next week, and from next week onwards, or like from this week onwards. It's going to be a really good time for you to actually be able to move on and not have these issues weigh you down so heavily anymore. Not be like, let's say if it's a family gathering, you might be really worried to go to family gatherings because of this person, because of how they treat you. And there's just a lot of anxiety and a lot of fear surrounding it. But you're not going to have that anymore, because other people are going to have your back. Other people are going to have your back, and they're going to help you move on from this situation with like getting new perspectives. And whether they use their perspectives to go and then talk to this person to remedy the situation, it's a possibility. But either way, there is going to be some remedy, some conflict resolution to this. And things are definitely looking up for you now, from now on. Like this week and onwards, I think things are going to be kind of going in your favor now. You'll be able to put this situation to rest, and you won't have to worry about being on guard all the time anymore. So I will grab some advice for you about this situation. Just really quickly. Or just, we'll see what comes out. Could just be advice about, oh, it's already popping out. Let's see what comes out. Spirit, please give me some advice for Libra in relation to this spread. What advice is there for Libra in relation to this spread? What advice is there for Libra in relation to this spread? What advice is there for Libra? The same card's coming out. Yeah, okay. So look, you got the Three of Pentacles in reverse this time, and you got the World. And so these are your advice cards. And so basically what this is saying, I think for you, this might be a cycle that you've been stuck in for a while. This might have been like a reoccurring thing that kind of seems to happen, or it's been kind of reoccurring for a while. Like you might have a tendency to have issues with other people, with other people who are very controlling like that, and like issues with kind of standing up for what you believe is right. You might have experienced issues with that before, but basically it's saying that the cycle, you are kind of, you're coming to the end of a cycle now, which is why we have the 10 of swords and the 10 of wands. That shows that you're coming to the end of the cycle of like a very painful and hard, difficult cycle. But you are at the end now with the world. And it's kind of basically you have a choice with how you can react and with how you can go about this situation. That's going to determine whether this cycle ends for you or whether you go through it again. And I think one of the things that has held you back a lot from moving on from this cycle is that you might have the tendency to just keep everything to yourself. You might not actually go to other people and ask them for help in some way. I think you might have the tendency to try and just figure everything out on your own and, you know, just kind of leave it at that and say, oh, it's no one else's problem, it's my problem, I'll deal with it. But what you really have to understand is that to get out of this cycle, you will have to work with other people. You will have to cooperate with other people to get out of this conflict state. You will have to be able and willing to make compromises sometimes. Okay? Otherwise, you're just going to be stuck in the same cycle of this person attacks you, you fight them back, and so on and so forth. It's just going to continue. It's just going to keep going. But if you actually actively go out and try to remedy the situation and like really try and work with other people to think up ideas and brainstorm what you can do, you really have to look to other people for help in this situation. I think you kind of wanted to shoulder all the problems on your own, and that has stopped you from being able to fully complete this cycle because you need to rely on other people sometimes. You need to ask for help, and, you know, get advice from other people to be able to end this cycle. And so just, yeah, don't sleep on that. Like, just really try and make an effort to speak to other people about the issue, and especially if they are close to this person as well. If you know someone that can get through to this person, you need to be talking to them about what to do. You need to be being open and honest with how you're feeling, because, you know, no one can really tell you what you're feeling is wrong. Like, people can't say, oh, you're not actually feeling that. No, all they can do is listen and try and come to some kind of compromise with you. But yeah, look, things are definitely looking up for you. Just try not to get into any kind of like petty arguments. You know, think, is this the hill I want to die on? Is this, you know, is this how I want to go? Like, is this what I want to put all my energy into? And ask yourself, like, is it worth arguing about this? Because with some people, they're never going to change their opinions. And it's just going to kind of like drain your energy to even go there. So just ask yourself that as well. And it might be hard. Like, you might disagree with a lot of people, but sadly, like, they will still have their opinions. And sometimes there's nothing we can do about that besides like going behind the scenes and really working with other people who know how to talk to them, which is something that I think you definitely need to try this week. But yeah, I think that's everything for your reading, Libra. Definitely an interesting reading this week. Just don't forget to look after yourself as well, okay? Put energy into yourself and things you love doing. And just try not to engage in any conflict. Try not to let them engage you in any conflict. Walk away when you need to. Don't battle. Try not to battle with them or butt heads. Yeah, just really look after yourself this week. But anyways, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And that is your reading, Libra. I'll see you next week.